It's MB Boxing. I just finished up watching Arslanbek Makhmudov versus Raphael Akpejiori, and this was a 10-rounder in the heavyweight division. And this fight was Saturday, July 1st, from the Huntington Center in Toledo, Ohio. And this fight was broadcasted on ESPN, ESPN Plus, or on the ESPN app. And in this fight, Arslanbek Makhmudov dominated and stopped Raphael Akpejiori inside 2 rounds. He dropped him for a total of 3 times. Leading up to the stoppage, I had a score of 10-7 in favor of Makhmudov. I mean, really, there was just a big disparity between levels and experience in this one. I mean, Makhmudov was just visibly the much better fighter, and I thought Akpejiori was actually going to look much better. He looked awful. He didn't even look like a fighter. He looked like a straight-up amateur in there. His legs were all over the place when he came in. His stance was weird. He was throwing punches weird. And I don't know why he was so hyped up, because I've obviously heard of him before. I've seen him. He's just a very big guy. I thought he had some power. Or he evidently does have power, very big guy, almost all knockouts. But he didn't really beat anyone of note. And, I mean, he was pretty hyped up, like I said before. I mean, I have seen many people in these past few years actually compare him to guys like Deontay Wilder and fighters like that. But I mean, really, his level truly just showed here in this one, because he got destroyed by Makhmudov, who's really seen as one of the top rising heavyweights. So just to break down how this fight ended, Makhmudov, in the first round, for the first minute and a half, they were kind of clinching a bit, and it was kind of annoying, and the referee had to admonish them a bit and tell them that, hey, this is a boxing match, not a wrestling match, and let's fight. So then they started really fighting. Makhmudov started throwing his hands more instead of clinching a bit. He landed a nice right hand over the top, dropping Akpejiori in the first round. Akpejiori got up, and then later on, towards the end of the round, he got wobbled on the ropes. His legs were like spaghetti noodles, and then he got caught with another left hook, setting him down in the ropes for the second knockdown. Then in the third round, Akpejiori was just getting hit with some big shots. They were kind of clinching a bit. He was very sloppy. I mean, Akpejiori really didn't land one single punch. Then a left hook connected on Akpejiori, and he went crashing down to the canvas. Kind of looked a bit like a push a little bit, but a left hook did land, and the referee called it a knockdown. Akpejiori got up, and the referee waved it off. Even though the knockdown was somewhat questionable, and it wasn't really the craziest knockdown, I gotta agree with the referee. I mean, Akpejiori really looked out on his feet the entire fight. His legs were kind of just gone. He was kind of wobbling around the entire time. And plus, he got dropped 3 times in total, and twice in the first round. So I think it was an okay stoppage by the referee. Arslanbek Makhmudov is now 17-0 with 16 KOs. And Raphael Akpejiori is now 15-1 with 14 knockouts. So this goes in the question, what is next for Arslanbek Makhmudov? Like I said, still undefeated. This was definitely a very solid win on paper, beating a undefeated, highly touted prospect like Akpejiori. But before this one, he actually had a very, very tough fight against Carlos Takam. And that was sort of a little stepping stone to just see where Arslanbek Makhmudov is. I definitely don't think he's going to mix it up with some of the great guys in the heavyweight division right now, but I do think he's a very decent level prospect. Or I shouldn't say prospect, he's actually pretty old, but a decent level rising heavyweight. And for Makhmudov's next fight, I wouldn't mind seeing him step it up in competition more, like somewhere around a higher level than Carlos Takam, like something like that, like somewhere around that level, maybe a top 20, top 15 level heavyweight in his next fight, maybe top 25, somewhere around there. I think Makhmudov should really start stepping up the competition even more. Like I said before, he got that win over Takam, got this little decent win here, but via second round KO, and then now I think in his next fight he should step it up even more in competition. But as for Raphael Akpejiori, losing here for the first time in his career, I mean, considering that he did other sports before this, only he's been boxing for like 5-6 years. I mean, I could honestly see him retiring after a fight like this, because he really did get destroyed in this one. It seems like he didn't really put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into his career, because he already had other stuff going on before that. I mean, really, what do I know? I mean, I'm not Akpejiori, I don't really know his situation. But, I mean, I think he might retire after this one. I mean, this is just speculation, but I don't really see him going anywhere in the heavyweight division, really. His skill level isn't there. He wasn't really throwing punches like a well-skilled boxer should. I mean, he was throwing sort of arm punches, sort of slapping punches. But if he does continue on in his career, I expect him to take on a whole host of lower-level opposition, like unknown level fighters, before maybe getting another opportunity as an opponent, just like this, where he did get stopped in a few rounds. So overall, Arslanbek Makhmudov drops Raphael Akpejiori 3 times en route to a second round a stoppage victory to improve his record to 17-0 with 16 KOs. And again, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.